Okay, hi guys. We're going to be further studying our elements, compounds, and mixtures. Let's take a look at some definitions. A blank is a pure substance made of only one type of atom. Element. Elements are made of only one type of atom. The symbol for an element is always one or two letters. You can see that on the periodic table. When the symbol contains two letters, the first letter is always uppercase, a capital, and the second letter is always lowercase. A blank is a pure substance containing two or more elements that are combined. Okay, so this is a compound. Compound is a pure substance containing two or more elements that are chemically combined. A compound is represented by a chemical formula. The elements in a compound always combine in fixed proportions. A mixture, that's our last one, is made of two or more substances that are physically combined. So let's go from examples. An element, some examples would be hydrogen or helium. Notice the uppercase, then the lowercase in helium. Compound, an example is H2O. Notice there's two different elements in there, and the fixed proportion is 2 to 1. A mixture would be something like salt water. You take some salt and some water, and you simply stir them or physically mix them together. Let's take a look at the microscopic level. Explain why this particle diagram represents particles of an element, not a compound. So we always ask ourselves first, how many kinds of particles are here? Well, one. This is just repeated over and over, but there's only one kind of particle. So that does make it pure substance. When we look further at this one particle, because they're all the same, we can see it's two of the same. So when you have two of the same atom, it's still an element. Explain why this particle diagram represents particles of a compound, not a mixture. Well, we can see that every particle is exactly the same. There are four of the same particle. It's the same particle, and when I look at this particle, I have two different atoms. The small atom, which is hydrogen, and the larger atom, which is oxygen, plus another hydrogen. This is a compound. It's only one kind of particle in the whole box. One type of particle in the box. Yes, there's four of them, but only one type. And it's made of two different atoms, right? The small and the large. Remember, those represent different atoms. So let's start doing some analysis now. So we look here, this particle, all four particles are the same, right? Same particle. So now I know it's not a mixture. Right? It could be element, compound, or mixture. It's not a mixture, same particle. If I look at one of those particles, I can see there's two different atoms. That makes this a compound. Let's go here. We know it can be an element, compound, or mixture. Let's take a look at the particles. This is one kind of particle. There's two of those. And this is a second kind of particle. One particle, two particle. Because there's two different particles just mixed up, that's a mixture. Okay, let's continue. Element, compound, or mixture. How many different particles? Well, this is one kind of particle, a white-gray. And this is a different particle, the black particle. We have two different particles. That makes it a mixture. Number 7, let's look at the particles. It can be an element, a compound, or a mixture. This is one kind of particle. This is a different particle. We have 2 of these, but we still have 2 different kinds of particles. That makes it a mixture. Element, compound, or mixture. Let's look at the particles. This is one kind of particle. This is a different particle. They're not bonded together. They're just mixed in the same space. They're 2 different particles. That's a mixture. Last, element, compound, mixture. We only have one kind of particle that's repeated. And when I look at that one kind of particle, it's only made of one type of atom. So it's one particle only with one atom or one type of atom. And that makes it an element. Okay, so I hope this helps. Keep working today on your elements, compounds, and mixtures for tomorrow's quiz.